Soft morning light spilled gently across the small house. A man woke up on his couch, his neck stiff, his back aching. He heard someone moving in the kitchen, cups clinking, water running, the low hum of the coffee maker. He turned around and froze. A woman stood there. Her hair was slightly messy, and she was wearing his white dress shirt, the one he'd left thrown over a chair last night, now buttoned up on her as she made coffee like she lived there. She turned and smiled, calm, controlled, like she'd already taken stock of everything in the room. "You really don't remember last night, do you?" she asked. He stammered. "Oh, wait, who are—" She set the coffee cup down slowly, eyes never leaving his. "The woman whose car you saved," she said evenly, "and whose company owns your house." He stood motionless, heart pounding. From the hallway, his daughter giggled, completely unaware of the tension in the room. The woman glanced toward the sound, then back at him. Her eyes held something sharp, something secret. "We need to talk, Jack." His name was Jack Cole, 36 years old, former engineer. Now a single dad taking whatever freelance repair work he could get, fixing broken pipes, rewiring old houses, patching roofs, anything that paid the bills. His daughter Emma was 7. Bright eyes, quick smile. She was his entire world. Life was hard. Money was tight. But Jack always taught his daughter one thing. Jack was driving home from a late job, his old truck struggling through flooded roads. That's when he saw it. A luxury car wrapped around a tree, front end crushed, smoke rising from the hood, headlights flickering weakly through the rain. Jack pulled over and ran through the downpour. Inside the car was a woman in a black suit, white shirt, expensive watch glinting faintly under the dashlight. Her skin was pale, drained of color. The seatbelt had her pinned. She turned her head and looked at him, eyes wide with fear. "Help, please," she whispered. Jack didn't think. He just moved. "Mother Bodia made it." He smashed the window with his elbow, cut the belt with his utility knife, dragged her out just as sparks flickered under the hood. Seconds later, the engine burst into flames. The woman collapsed against him, shaking violently. "Thank you. I'm sorry, I can't breathe," she choked. Her breathing was shallow, panicked. The hospital was miles away. Half the roads were flooded. He made a decision. "My house is close," he said. "We need to get you warm. Now." She nodded weakly. He got her into the truck, drove as fast as he dared through the storm. His small house appeared through a curtain of rain. Inside, he laid her on his bed, the only real bed in the house, covered her with blankets, checked her breathing. She was unconscious but stable enough. Jack grabbed a pillow and went to the couch. That was his bed for the night. Foos his bed for the night. Around midnight, Emma woke up. She crept to the living room and found her father sitting upright, staring toward the bedroom door. "Daddy, who's that lady?" she whispered. "She's hurt, honey. She needed help," he said softly. "Is she going to be okay?" "I think so." He brushed a strand of hair from her face. "Go back to sleep, okay?" Emma hugged him. "You're a good person, Daddy. I'm just doing what's right," he replied. Lightning flashed outside and for a second lit up the woman's face through the open bedroom door. In that brief moment, Jack saw something there, not just fear but strength, authority, power. This wasn't just some random stranger. Who was she? Morning came slowly. The storm finally died down. Jack made coffee, checked on the woman. She was still asleep. He noticed her suit hanging up to dry, the expensive designer purse, the platinum watch on the nightstand. This woman had money, real money, but last night none of that had mattered. She was just someone who needed help. He heard movement. She was waking up. Jack stepped back, giving her space, then went to the kitchen to start breakfast for Emma. He heard soft footsteps behind him. He turned, and his world just stopped. The woman was standing in the doorway, wearing his white dress shirt, sleeves rolled up. Her hair was loose and slightly messy, but her eyes were sharp now, fully awake, studying him. She gave a small, controlled smile. "Good morning." Jack's face went red. "You're wearing You left me in wet clothes," she said dryly. "I found this. Hope you don't mind." Her voice was calm, confident, almost amused. Emma ran into the room. Daddy, is that the lady from last night?" She looked at the woman curiously. "Who are you?" Emma asked. The woman knelt down to Emma's level. "Just someone your dad saved," she said gently. Jack stood there, frozen. This woman in his shirt in his kitchen, like she belonged there. "I can call you a taxi," he said, his voice stiff, awkward. "No need," she replied smoothly. "My driver's outside." "Your driver?" Jack repeated. She poured herself some coffee, took a sip. "He's been out there since 6:00 a.m. waiting," she said casually. Jack blinked. You could have left hours ago. I wanted to thank you properly. I wanted to thank you properly. She set the cup down and glanced at the shirt. And return this, she added, but made no move to take it off. She just smiled faintly, like she was testing him. Emma giggled. Daddy's blushing, she teased. Emma, Jack warned gently. Go get ready for school, okay? But Daddy, now please, he said. She pouted but obeyed, disappearing into her room. The woman watched the exchange. She's adorable. How old is she? 7, Jack replied. You raise her alone? That's not really your business, he said tightly. She raised an eyebrow. Fair enough. An uncomfortable silence settled between them. Jack grabbed a towel and started wiping down the counter, anything to avoid looking at her. Then she reached into her purse and pulled out a thick leather wallet. She laid a stack of cash on the table, hundreds, at least $2,000. This should cover last night, she said calmly. Jack stared at the money, then at her. What? For helping me, for the bed, the clothes, everything. His jaw tightened. I didn't do it for money. She shrugged lightly. Then consider it for laundry service. That shirt probably does need dry cleaning now. Something snapped. Jack grabbed the stack of cash and shoved it back toward her. Take it back, he said firmly. I don't need your money. Your money. Her expression barely changed. Still cool, still collected. Most men would have taken it, she said quietly. I'm not most men, he shot back. She tilted her head, studying him like a problem she couldn't quite solve. She slowly picked up the money, folded it, and put it away. My mistake, she said. I thought I was being generous. Generous? Jack gave a short, bitter laugh. You think throwing cash on a table makes you generous? You have no idea what generous means. Enlighten me, she said, arms crossed. Generous, Jack said, voice low, is helping someone because it's right, not because you owe them, not because you can afford to, just because they need it. For the first time, she looked unsettled. Her gaze dropped for a moment. I see, she said quietly. You do? Jack asked. Because from where I'm standing, you just tried to turn a decent act into a transaction. The air between them grew tense, heavy. Finally, she spoke, softer now. You're right, she said. I apologize. He didn't respond. She walked toward the door, then paused and looked back at him. Heinz. What's your name? She asked. Jack, he said. Jack Cole. Jack Cole. She repeated slowly, like committing it to memory. I won't forget it. Then she left. The door closed softly behind her. Emma emerged from her room, backpack on her shoulders. Daddy, where'd the lady go? She asked. Back to her world, Jack muttered. The one where people think everything has a price. I don't understand, Emma said. You will someday, sweetheart, he said softly. That afternoon, Jack picked Emma up from school. On the way home, they stopped at a small grocery store. He counted his money carefully, enough for rice, eggs, some vegetables, maybe a small treat for Emma if he stretched it. At home, he turned on the TV while cooking. The news played in the background as he cracked eggs into a pan. Then he heard a breaking news. CEO Vaneesa Hayes, survivor of last night's car crash, returned to work today. Jack froze. He slowly turned toward the TV. On the screen, there she was, the woman from his kitchen. Now in a sharp business suit, standing in front of a towering glass building. Behind her, the logo read, Hayes Dynamics. The reporter continued, the sources say a local resident pulled her from the burning vehicle just in time. Ms. Hayes refused to name her rescuer, but she did say this. The feed cut to Vaneesa, surrounded by microphones and cameras. He was kind, she said. Humble. And he refused payment. That's the kind of integrity you can't buy. Jack stood there, wooden spoon in hand, mouth slightly open. Emma tucked his sleeve. Daddy, that's the lady from this morning. Yeah, kiddo, he said. It is. She's famous. Emma gasped. Seems like it, Jack replied. Why didn't you tell me? Emma asked. I didn't know, he said honestly. Emma's eyes went wide. You saved a CEO. That's so cool. Jack turned the TV off and went back to the stove, but his mind was spinning. Vaneesa Hayes, one of the richest women in the state, known for buying out companies, building empires, crushing competitors, and he just yelled at her, shoved her money back in her face. He laughed under his breath. Well, he muttered, that's my luck. Emma climbed up on a chair. Do you think she'll come back? I doubt it, honey, Jack said. People like that don't come back to streets like ours. I hope she does, Emma said. I liked her. You like everyone, Jack teased. Not everyone, Emma said seriously. Just people who are nice. And she seemed nice under all the fancy stuff. Jack smiled faintly. His daughter always saw the good in people. Maybe she was right. Maybe Vaneesa wasn't just some cold, calculating businesswoman. Maybe she was something more. But he'd never know. In his mind, that chapter was closed. Or so he thought. Type a respect if you believe dignity can't be bought. 3 days passed. Jack tried to push Vaneesa out of his mind. He had work to do, bills to pay, a daughter to raise. But the universe had other plans. He was at Emma's school fixing a burst pipe in the teacher's lounge. His hands were dirty grease on his shirt. Just another day. Then he heard it. A car engine. Smooth, low, expensive. A sound that didn't belong in that parking lot. He looked up. A black luxury sedan pulled in. Tinted windows. Chrome details. It looked like money had rolled right into the neighborhood. The back door opened. Out stepped Vaneesa Hayes, white business suit, heels clicking against the pavement, sunglasses covering her eyes, posture straight and unshakable. She walked straight toward him. Parents stopped talking. Teachers stared. Conversations dropped to a hush. Jack stood up and wiped his hands on a rag. "Can I help you?" he asked. She removed her sunglasses and looked directly at him. "Mr. Cole," she said, "we need to talk." He sighed. "If this is about the money again." "It's not," she cut in. Her voice was firm. "It's about the truth." She pulled out her phone and turned the screen toward him. Security footage. Grainy. Time-stamped. It showed Jack pulling her from the burning car, carrying her away as the flames grew. His face was clear, determined, heroic. "You saved my life," she said quietly. "And I didn't even thank you properly." "You already did," he said, by walking away. She flinched, just slightly. "That was cold," she said. "So was treating kindness like a business deal," he replied. Silence stretched between them, thick and tense. Then Vaneesa glanced past him and saw Emma on the playground, laughing with her friends. "She's your daughter?" Vaneesa asked. "My whole world," Jack replied. Vaneesa watched Emma for a moment. Something in her expression softened. "She's lucky to have you," she said. "I'm lucky to have her," he answered. Vaneesa stepped closer and lowered her voice. "Jack, I came here to apologize," she said, "and to make something right." "You don't owe me anything," he said. "Maybe not," she replied. "But I want to do this anyway." She pulled an envelope from her bag and opened it. Inside was a legal document. Jack recognized the letterhead immediately. His landlord's property management company. "What is this?" he asked. "I own the building you rent," she said calmly. "As of yesterday, I bought it outright. Outright." His stomach dropped. "You what?" "And as of this morning," she continued, "your lease is paid off. The house is yours, free and clear." Jack stepped back, head spinning. "You think kindness is a debt to be repaid?" he said. "I don't want this." "This isn't about debt," she said. "Then what is it about?" he demanded. Her eyes held his, steady and sincere. "It's about starting something better." "Better for who?" He shot back. "Your conscience? For people like you," she said quietly. "People who do the right thing and get nothing in return." "I got something," he said. "If I got to sleep knowing I helped someone, that's enough." "Is it?" She gestured around at the cracked pavement, the faded paint, the worn-out cars. "Is this enough? Working yourself to the bone, struggling every month. You deserve more. I don't need saving," he said. "Everyone needs saving sometimes," she replied, her voice cracking just a little. "Even me." Jack paused. In her eyes he saw something he hadn't noticed before. Vulnerability. Pain. "What happened to you?" he asked quietly. Vaneesa looked away. "I grew up poor," she said. "Foster care. Group homes. I clawed my way to the top. And somewhere along the way, I forgot what it felt like to be helpless." She swallowed. "Until the crash," she said. "Until you pulled me out of that car." She gave a sad, crooked smile. "You reminded me that money can't buy character. It can't buy courage. It can't buy courage. And it definitely can't buy the kind of man who saves a stranger in a storm." Jack felt his anger loosening slowly. "So what now?" he asked. "And now," she said, pulling out another document, "I do something I should have done from the start." She handed him the papers. "I'm launching a fund," she said, "but for single parents, specifically single fathers, financial support, job training, child care assistance." Jack scanned the document. His eyes widened. "The Cole Family Fund?" He read aloud. "I used your name," she said. "I hope that's okay." "You named a foundation after me?" he asked, stunned. "It represents the only kind of strength I respect," she replied. "A quiet, honest, human." He stared at the bold letters, his name, connected to something far bigger than himself. "I don't know what to say," he admitted. "You say you'll be part of it," she said. "I say you'll help me identify families who need support. You know this community better than I ever will." "You want me to work with you?" he asked. "I want you to guide me," she said. "Keep me honest. Make sure this actually helps people, not just my reputation." Jack looked over at Emma, still playing, innocent and happy. He thought about all the nights he'd stayed awake worrying about rent, about food, about whether he was enough. "If I do this," he said slowly, "we do it my way. No PR stunts, no photo ops. Just real help for real people." Vaneesa extended her hand. "A deal," she said. He took it. Her grip was firm, equal. Then she smiled, just a little mischievous. "Oh, and one more thing." "What now?" he asked warily. "I still have your shirt," she said. Jack actually laughed. "Keep it," he said. "It looks better on you anyway." A crowd had gathered near the entrance. Parents, teachers, a few people with their phones up recording. A local reporter pushed forward. "Miss Hayes, are you two together?" she asked. Vaneesa glanced at Jack. Her eyes sparkled. "Oh, not yet," she said lightly. "Oh, but he did lend me his favorite shirt." The crowd burst into laughter and whispers. Jack shook his head, grinning despite himself. "Oh, you're impossible," he said. "I prefer determined," she said. Emma ran over, breathless. "Daddy, is that the lady from TV?" "His sweetheart," Jack said. "It is." Emma looked up at Vaneesa. "Are you going to help my daddy?" she asked. Vaneesa knelt down. "I level with her." "I'm going to try," she said. "Is that okay with you?" "Only if you're nice to him," Emma said seriously. "He's the best daddy in the world." "I can see that," Vaneesa said softly. "I promise I'll be nice." Emma threw her arms around her in a sudden hug. For a moment, Vaneesa froze, and slowly, carefully, she hugged back. When Emma ran off again, Vaneesa stood. Her eyes were wet. "She's incredible," she said. "She's my reason for everything," Jack replied. Vaneesa nodded. "But then let's make sure her dad doesn't have to struggle anymore," she said. As she walked back to her car, she turned one last time. "I'll send the paperwork this week," she called. "And Jack, yeah," he answered. "Yeah," he answered. "Thank you," she said quietly, "for reminding me why I started this company in the first place." "Why is that?" he asked. "You help people who helped me when I had nothing," she replied. She got into the car and drove away. Jack stood there, document in hand, heart pounding. Life, he knew, had just changed. Emma tugged his sleeve again. "Daddy, is she your girlfriend now?" "I know, honey," Jack said. "She's complicated. I think she likes you," Emma said confidently. "Yeah?" he chuckled. "What makes you say that?" "Because she looks at you the way you look at pancakes," Emma said. So Jack burst out laughing. "Like I want to eat her?" "Oh, no," Emma squealed, giggling. "Like she makes you happy." He picked her up and spun her round. "You're too smart for your own good," he said. Maybe Emma was right. 1 month later, the downtown convention center buzzed with life, press, cameras, influencers, business leaders. Banners read, "Launch of the Cole Family Fund." Jack stood backstage in a borrowed suit. The tie was too tight, the shoes too shiny. This wasn't his world. Emma sat beside him in a little dress, hair braided, legs swinging. "Daddy, are you famous now?" she asked. "No, baby," he said. "I'm just here." "But they named it after you," she pointed out. "That doesn't make me famous," he said. "Just lucky." A production assistant hurried over. "A Mr. for breathe over. A Mr. Cole, you're on in 5, she said. Jack blinked. "Oh, wait, on? I thought I was just attending," he said. "Miss Hayes wants you on stage," the woman replied. "Didn't she tell you?" "Oh, no," Jack muttered. "She definitely didn't tell me." Emma giggled. "You're going to be on TV, Daddy?" "Well, thanks for the reminder," he groaned. The lights in the hall dimmed. Music swelled. The crowd quieted. Vaneesa walked onto the stage in a sleek dress, confident and powerful. She owned the room instantly. "Good evening," she began. "Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. Tonight we launched something special, something personal. The Cole Family Fund." Applause filled the hall. Cameras flashed. "This fund exists because of one man," she continued. "A man who saved my life and asked for nothing in return. A man who showed me that true strength isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in character." She looked to the wings, straight at Jack. "Jack Cole," she said, "please join me." His heart stopped. Emma nudged him. "Go, Daddy," she whispered. He walked out, legs shaking, lights blinding. Blinding. The crowd erupted in applause. Vaneesa handed him a microphone. "Say something," she murmured. "You didn't warn me," he whispered back. "I wanted it to be genuine," she said with a small smile. "Speak from the heart." Jack turned to face the audience, hundreds of faces, all watching, all waiting. "I'm not good at speeches," he said. "I'm a handyman. I fix pipes. I change light bulbs. That's what I do. A ripple of soft laughter moved through the crowd. But being a single dad taught me something, he went on. You don't need money to be rich. You need people who believe in you, people who believe in you. You need moments that remind you why you keep going. His voice steadied. That night in the storm, I didn't save Vaneesa because I wanted recognition. He said, I saved her because it was right. And somehow, that one moment changed everything. He looked at her. She could have forgotten about me, he said, but moved on with her life. But she didn't. She came back. She listened. She cared. That's rare. The crowd was silent now, hanging on to every word. This fund isn't about me, Jack said. It's about every parent out there doing their best. Every dad working 2 jobs. Every mom stretching every dollar. Every person who feels invisible. His voice grew stronger. You're not invisible, he said. You matter, and now you have support. Real support. The audience rose to their feet. Applause thundered through the hall. Jack stepped back, overwhelmed. Vaneesa took his hand and gave it a squeeze. Perfect, she whispered. After the event, they stood in a quiet hallway. Emma was asleep on a lobby couch nearby, curled up in her dress shoes. Vaneesa pulled out a small box. I got you something, she said. You've given me enough, he said. You didn't have to. I know, she replied. But I wanted to. Just open it. Inside was a pen. Heavy, elegant. Engraved on the side were the words, for the man who didn't sell his kindness. Jack's throat tightened. You didn't have to do this, he said. I know, she said softly. But I wanted to. She stepped closer. You changed my life, Jack, she whispered. You changed mine too, he answered. They stood there, close, the air charged between. You still have your shirt, she said in a soft, teasing voice. I know, he said. I saw you wearing it in that article last week. She laughed quietly. It's my favorite now. Mine too, he said. Even though you're the one wearing it, especially because I'm the one wearing it. She asked with a smile. He smiled back. Yeah, especially that. Oh, you're full of surprises, Jack Cole, she said. So are you, Vaneesa Hayes, he replied. Behind them, someone cleared their throat. A photographer. A photographer, the website? He asked. They stood side by side, trying to look professional. Their hands barely touched. The camera flashed, capturing something neither of them had expected. The beginning of something real. 1 year later, a small storefront opened on a busy street. The sign above the door read, Coal Auto and Repair in partnership with the Hayes Coal Foundation inside. Jack wiped grease off his hands. The shop was small but spotless, organized, efficient. His shop, his dream. The bell over the door chimed. Vaneesa walked in, wearing jeans, a white shirt, his white shirt, and her hair down. Relaxed. Beautiful. Still fits, she said with a grin. Still stealing my clothes, he replied. Borrowing, she corrected. A big difference. She walked around, running a hand over his tools and workbenches. This place is perfect, she said. It's small. It's honest. Like you. The back door flew open and Emma burst in, waving a letter. Vaneesa, she shouted. I got the STEM scholarship. Full ride. Vaneesa's face lit up. Incredible, she said. I'm so proud of you. Emma hugged her tight. Jack watched them. His daughter, this woman, this family. Emma disappeared into the office to start on homework. The shop went quiet. Vaneesa turned back to Jack. Suddenly, she seemed nervous, vulnerable. I have something for you, she said. Another gift? He teased. You're gonna spoil me. It's not exactly a gift, she said. Open it tomorrow. Promise? She handed him a cream-colored envelope sealed. What is it? He asked. A question, she said softly. One I'm scared to ask. You, scared? He asked, surprised. Terrified, she admitted. She reached up and touched his face. You make me feel things I forgot I could feel. Like what? He asked quietly. Like I'm home, she whispered. Jack pulled her close. You are home, he said. They kissed, soft at first, then deeper. A year of friendship and trust finally becoming something more. She pulled back, smiling. Open it tomorrow, she repeated. Why not now, she repeated. Why not now? Because I want you to really think about it, she said. Then she left, the bell chiming faintly behind her. Jack stood alone in the shop, the envelope burning in his hand. That night, he could barely sleep. Morning came slowly. Sunlight crept across the kitchen table. Jack finally opened the envelope. Inside was a handwritten card. Jack, you saved my life in a storm. But you did more than that. You saved me from becoming someone I hated. You reminded me that kindness is the greatest currency. That honor matters more than wealth. That love is built on respect, not transaction. I'm not asking because I owe you. I'm asking because I can't imagine life without you, without Emma, without the man who threw my money back and taught me what integrity truly means. Will you marry me? V on the second page was an invitation already printed. Because he said, laughing and crying at the same time, as something impossible just became real. Is Vaneesa going to be my mom? Emma asked. He picked her up. Oh, would you like that? He asked. More than anything, she said. And then yes, he smiled. Oh, she's going to be your mom. Emma screamed with joy. They danced around the kitchen, spinning in circles as laughter echoed off the walls. Life was changing again, but this time it felt right. 6 months later, they had a small ceremony with close friends and family. Emma stood between them in a white dress, holding both their hands. The officiant looked at Jack. Do you, Jack? I do, Jack said quickly. I didn't finish, the officiant chuckled. I don't need you to, Jack grinned. I do. Laughter filled the room. The officiant turned to Vaneesa. Do you, Vaneesa? I do, she said immediately. Forever. They kissed early, before the officiant even finished. They didn't care. At the reception, Jack handed Vaneesa a small box. What's this? She asked. Open it, he said. Inside was a key. What's this the key to? She asked. My truck, he said. The one from that night. I restored it. It's yours. You kept it? She asked, stunned. Some things are worth keeping, he said. Like us? Especially us, she whispered. They danced. Emma joined them, squeezing between them, so the three of them swayed together. A family forged in a storm, built on honor, sealed with love. Sometimes kindness saves a life, Vaneesa murmured. Sometimes it saves two, Jack added. Sometimes three, Emma finished. They held each other as the sun set. The sky streaked orange and gold. The camera pulled back. Music swelled. Their story as strangers had ended. But their life together had just begun. Sometimes kindness saves a life. Sometimes it saves two. Sometimes, if you let it, it builds a family. Subscribe if you believe love begins where kindness is free.